is Agape. Say hi, Agape. Agape is a misfit. He is absolutely a misfit. This dog is so appropriate for me. Look at him. Look at him. Oh. I started my fitness journey a little over a year ago, and I had no idea what I was doing, like none at all. I never did sports growing up. I didn't, I never lifted weights. I had no idea what I was doing. But I danced my whole life. I grew up dancing. I did competitive dance teams and things like that. I did ballet, and I loved it. I loved choreography. I loved being fit. I loved being on a team. I loved being active. It made me happy. But that was the extent of my fitness knowledge. And so whenever I walked into a gym, I just hid over in the cardio section because I didn't know what to do. I was so intimidated by the resistance area. I was intimidated by weights. I was intimidated even by the machines. Like, unless there was a diagram with the little man and with the red part lit up to show me exactly what to do, I just stayed away from it. And I was too insecure to ask. And I just had no idea what I was doing. I had a horrible relationship with food. I wanted to lose weight and I didn't know how, so I just either starved myself, which would then slow my metabolism down, or I'd eat for comfort, for emotional comfort, and so I just eat crappy foods, sugar and carbohydrates, and I wasn't getting any kind of protein, or I was clueless, and I was in a kind of a dark space mentally, and I was really lost. I felt like a misfit. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was intrigued by it. I was intrigued by it initially because I stumbled across it on YouTube, watching people like Jen Howard and Heidi Solmers and Chris Guzman, and I would watch these people and how confident they were and how strong they were and empowered they were and how much knowledge they had about fitness and nutrition and food and the lifestyle. And I had no idea that it was a lifestyle, and they just looked so happy and confident. And so I got hooked. I started educating myself. I started working in a big box gym, just selling gym memberships. And one thing led to another. I worked my way up into management, and I just put myself around gym enthusiasts. I put myself around athletes. I started walking out there and walking through my fear and working out with people. And I started immersing myself into that culture. And I just kept learning and learning and learning. And then I enrolled with the American Council of Exercise Science and started educating myself more thoroughly on nutrition and macros and micros and body composition and physiology and all this stuff, anatomy, and there's just a wealth of knowledge out there. And the more I learned, the more results I started getting. My body started transforming. For the first time in my life, I've always been small. I've never been fat, but I was extremely insecure. I was uncomfortable in my own skin. I would never let you take a picture of me in a bikini. I felt awkward. I didn't feel beautiful or confident. And when I started learning all these things, my body transformed. I started getting muscle. I started getting definition. I started getting toned. I started losing fat. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I wanted to share that with people. I had such a passion for finally getting results that I wanted to give that away. And so, I no longer just wanted to sell memberships. I wasn't satisfied doing that. So I wanted to become a personal trainer. So I started doing that. And that's when I really fell in love, because whenever you see somebody who struggled for so long to lose that weight or to gain some muscle or whatever their goals may be, when you see them reach their potential, to celebrate that victory with them is like an indescribable feeling. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this YouTube channel, is because I wanted to reach the most amount of people as possible. And I'm still young in this journey. I have so much to learn. I'm only a little over a year into this. I've worked with a bodybuilding coach, and he taught me, he was really old school. He taught me everything he knew. God love him. But there's just so much to know, and it's a journey. It's much more than just looking good in a swimsuit.
How do you feel about yourself now compared to where you were?
Oh my gosh, I feel so empowered. I feel confident. I feel beautiful and sexy, and like I could go out and do a photo shoot for the first time in my life and wear a bikini and, you know, do a show or whatever. And it's changed me on the inside too, like how I talk to people, how I present myself. Like I feel fear doesn't dominate me, you know, anymore. Fear doesn't run my life.
Getting into the gym, you said you were scared initially. What was the turning point?
The turning point for me was whenever, I'd say after a few months of lifting weights, whenever I had a set split that I knew and that a routine that I had memorized, I started feeling like I could approach people and ask them about their routines. And I started making relationships with athletes, and we started learning from each other. I started making friends that were passionate about the same things I was passionate about. And I just started working out with people. That's really where I got most of what I know today, is by working out with other athletes and by following these people on YouTube and mimicking what they were doing. And then working with a coach really helped me with my form. Really, really helped a lot. I also want to touch on the food stuff, because the food stuff is a really big deal, I think, especially for women. It is so cool to have a healthy, loving relationship with food. Like I eat more food than I've ever eaten in my life, and I'm in the best shape of my life. You know what I mean? I used to starve myself, and it was terrible. It was sad. And now I just have a different relationship with food because of this lifestyle. It's fuel, it's power, and everything that goes into my body has to have a purpose. I mean, I have cheat meals. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy life, but I enjoy feeding my body healthy, good things, and it's done so much for me mentally. You know, I was in such a dark place before, and to be happy and to be clear-headed and to not need pharmaceuticals or, you know, stuff like that, to be able to heal myself with this lifestyle is something that I'm really passionate about giving to other people, you know? Yeah, so like where I'm at currently, I've put on a lot of size. I was prepping for an NPC show, and then some personal things happened in my life, and that show didn't end up happening, but I'm going to do one in October. And as a result of that, I put on quite a bit of size, more size than I've ever had. I'd still like to put on a little bit more size in my shoulders and in my glutes, because you can never have enough size in your glutes. But then I want to focus primarily on cutting down some body fat. I'd like to drop about 5% body fat. I'm 5'4", and I'm about 117 pounds, and I look good. I feel great, but I'd like to cut. I'd like to see how far I can push myself, especially before the show. So I started lifting. Like I said, I was working with an old school bodybuilding coach, and I was really, really small, and I had no size. So we lifted heavy, and we had a pretty classic split going on. Now that I'm evolving and I'd like to cut and I'm going on my own, I'm doing a lot more high rep, lower weight, high intensity, shorter workouts. I do a lot of superset training. I love doing superset training. It keeps my blood pumping, it keeps my heart rate up, so that fat burning metabolic state is happening. And so I also like to throw in plyometric activity in between my supersets. I like to mix it up, because I don't like spending hours of time on a cardio machine, and I found that it's not as effective as HIIT training, like high intensity interval training, or doing some plyo, you know, within my weight training. People just get in this hamster wheel effect on that treadmill or that Stairmaster or that elliptical, and those things can be used and useful, but like people just spend hours, especially women, because they don't know what else to do. They spend hours on the cardio equipment not getting any result, and it makes me sad, because I used to do that. And so I have diverted from that, and I've implemented plyometric exercise in my weight training, and I like to do that with my clients. How can we get the most work done in the shortest amount of time and get those results? So that's what I like to do with my clients. My main focus is women. I like working with women. I like helping them lose the fat that they've wanted to lose, cut up, gain muscle tone, get to those goals. So I am offering nutritional plans. I'm offering individual coaching. I'm offering individual sessions and group classes. So that's what I'm doing. But, you know, we came up, I love the name Misfit because I felt like such a misfit, you know, my whole life. And this lifestyle has given me direction. It's given me discipline. It's given me focus and a vision. And I think that for the first time in my life, I know what I'm passionate about and what I want to do and what makes me happy and what drives me. And I don't know where, you know, Misfits, what it's going to evolve to, but I know that I want to stand for the lifestyle. I want to, you know, I want to reach the most amount of people I can. And I want to talk about nutrition. I want to do videos about, you know, what I eat, and I want to do Q&As, and I want to do, you know, talks about micronutrients, macronutrients, supplement regimens, workouts, things like that. So that's why I started this channel, is to kind of expose the lifestyle. Not everybody understands this lifestyle. There are people who don't understand, even don't understand it, and they think it's a vanity deal. They think it's just about how you look, and they don't get the heart behind it. They don't get how it transforms you and what it does to your personality, and it gives you, and what it does for people. It gives you confidence. It makes you comfortable in your own skin. It gives you information. Overall, it betters your life and your health. There's been a lot of people who've challenged me on this. They've said that this is egotistical and self-centered and vain, and I should get a real job and whatever, but God put this dream on my heart, and so I've got to pursue it because I'm sick of living in fear. I'm sick of letting that run me. One thing I've always loved is dancing, and so I have intentions of doing aerobic dance exercises because that's one fun way I can get my cardio in, and you can burn a ton of calories and tone up really quickly while having fun, because it should be fun. Exercise should not be something that people hate doing. You know, my main vision for people is for people to form a relationship with health and wellness, with nutrition, with exercise that they enjoy, that they're passionate about. I don't want, you know, I hate it when people are like, I don't want to go to the gym, or like, it should be enjoyable, you know, and so that's what I want to do. I want to make it fun for people. Okay, so if you want to contact me, if you have questions, you can hit me up on Instagram, on Facebook, or at misfitkelsey@gmail.com. Kelsey Smith Peter on Facebook. I got this YouTube channel going now. You know, you can let me know what you want to hear about. Do you want to hear about nutrition? Do you want to see videos about working out, or more questions about the lifestyle, or about my personal life? Like, I'm an open book. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to be the best, but I want to share my passion with you. And so if this resonates with you, if you relate to this, share it, give it a thumbs up, come check out the website. So on the website, there will be an option for individualized, tailored, you know, workout regimens, nutritional plans, if you're not local, if you're not from Olathe or Kansas City. And we can definitely do that, help you reach your goals. But if you're in the Kansas City area, especially Olathe, hit me up because I am taking clients right now.